Pancreas. Pancreas, it's a very interesting gland. We call this gland as dual gland. We call pancreas as dual gland. We call pancreas as dual gland. Why do we call it as dual gland? Because in the beginning itself, okay, I had told you that there are two types of gland, exocrine and endocrine gland. Exocrine glands are the glands with duct and endocrine glands are the glands without duct. They release hormone. Whereas pancreas is one such gland, it acts both as exocrine and endocrine. Which is the exocrine part of the pancreas? Exocrine part. Means part with the duct. There is a duct called as pancreatic duct. And the exocrine part of the pancreas, it releases an juice called as pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice. This is not hormone. This is not, it does not contain hormone. I am talking about exocrine part. Endocrine part still pending. So exocrine pancreatic juice, and it contains several enzymes that helps in the process of digestion. One or two. One is trypsin, chymotrypsin, then pancreatic amylase, lipase, trypsin acts on protein, chymotrypsin acts on protein, amylase acts on carbohydrate, and lipase acts on lipid. So all these are digestive in function, and these are enzymes released by present in pancreatic juice and released by exocrine part of the pancreas. But our topic is related what? Our topic is related with endocrine part of the pancreas. Our topic is related with endocrine part of the pancreas. Very important. Please remember this. The endocrine part of the pancreas is known as islets of Langerhans. Islets of Langerhans. Islets of Langerhans. This releases two types of hormone. One is the well-known hormone insulin, and the another is glucagon. Insulin and glucagon, both of them, they play major role in maintaining sugar level in the blood. Let us study in detail about insulin and glucagon. See, we consume lots of food along with that carbohydrate, and it finally turns into glucose. We know that, and we need glucose. There should be glucose level in our blood. There is one fixed level, but the problem is it should not exceed that limit. So sometimes we consume lots of sugar item. So as a result, sugar level in the blood increases, and it is not good for health. It may cause adverse effect on our health, but we need not worry. When the sugar level, especially glucose level, when glucose level increases, insulin, which is released by pancreas, islets of Langerhans, it removes the excess glucose from our blood. Now what do you mean by removing excess glucose? It converts glucose into glycogen. It converts glucose into glycogen, and that glycogen is stored in our liver. So we are safe, no problem. Sometimes glucose level goes down. That is also harmful to our body. We need glucose. Now what to do? No need to worry. I told you there is one more. This job is done by insulin. So insulin converts excess glucose into glycogen. Now the second case where the glucose level is less, At that time, the process reverses. Glycogen should be converted back to glucose, and that job is done by glucagon. That job is done by glucagon. And we are safe, no problem at all. Problem occurs if insulin is not released in proper quantity. At that time, the glucose level in the blood releases because it will not get converted into glycogen, and we call that person is suffering from a disease called as diabetes. It is actually diabetes mellitus. And for such people, insulin is given in the form of injection. Such an important gland, endocrine gland, is pancreas. Now we will move on to another gland called as adrenal gland. We'll move on to another gland called as adrenal gland. Adrenal, it is present on the kidney, just like cap-like structure on the kidney. This adrenal gland, it releases two important hormones, adrenaline and noradrenaline. Adrenaline and noradrenaline. Both these hormones are commonly called as emergency hormones. Or 3F hormone. Emergency hormone or 3F hormone. Why it is called as emergency hormone? Because it is released during emergency condition. That's why it is called as emergency hormone. Now what do you mean by 3F? 3F stand for fright, fight and flight. What is this? Fright means getting afraid. Fight means fighting with the situation. Flight means running away from the situation. During this situation, this is emergency condition, and during that time this hormone released. For example, imagine you are walking alone during night time and say a tiger appeared in front of you. What will happen? The first step, you will get afraid, you will get frightened. So fright, now it's emergency condition. So then you have two options, either you will fight with that or you will run from there. You imagine that situation, what all are the changes take place in your body? Your heartbeat increases, you start sweating, breathing rate increases. So all these things are done by these hormones. They make or they prepare your body to face such a situation. That's why it is called as emergency hormone. Now finally, gonads. Gonads also act as hormones. The male gonad is called as testis. Female gonad is called as ovary. Testis releases hormone called testosterone, like androgens, testosterone. Ovary releases estrogen, progesterone and so many things. So all these things, they are related with the reproductive system of our body. Maybe the formation of gametes or maturation of gametes. So all those sort of things. So there they help us. So gonads also act as endocrine gland. So these were the important endocrine gland, or you can call hormone system, or we call it as chemical coordination and integration of our body. Thank you.